And we are in line 5. The stout-hearted were plundered. They have sunk into their sleep, and none of the mighty men have found the use of their hands. And so that sends us to Psalm 13:3. Psalm 13:3 that says, "Consider and hear me, O Lord my God, enlighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death." Okay, so consider and hear me, O Lord my God, enlighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. And so that is saying that the stout-hearted were plundered, they have sunk into their sleep, and none of the mighty men have found the use of their hands. 6. At your rebuke, O God of Jacob, both the chariot and horse were cast into a deep sleep. And so this is how, God is talking about the rebuke of God. And then it is always going to send us back to a familiar story. And we're going to see that in the Psalms, they always refer back to the story with Moses. They always go back with Moses in the Red Sea. That was a miracle from God. And sometimes you have to go back to be able to see those Red Sea moments, how God came through. And so this is what Asaph is doing. Now it's 21 verses, so we're going to have to go ahead and get through it. So it's Exodus 15, starting at verse 1. Then Moses and the children of Israel sang the song to the Lord and spoke, saying, I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. Now this is a song. The horse and his rider has thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song. He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will praise him. The Lord, my father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Oh, but they said God is a God of love. Well, he's also a man of war. Pharaoh's chariots in his army he has cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank to the bottom like a stone. Your right hand, O Lord, has become glorious in power. There go that right hand of God. Your right hand, O Lord, has dashed the enemy in pieces. 7. And in greatness of your excellence, you have overthrown those who rose against you. You sent forth your wrath, which consumed them like stubble. And with the blast of your nostrils, the waters were gathered together. The flood stood upright like a heap. The depths congealed in the heart of the sea. So that means they became firm. 8. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My desire shall be satisfied on them. I will draw my sword. My hand shall destroy them. You blew with your wind. The sea covered them. They sank like lead in the mighty waters. 11. Who is like you, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? You stretch out your right hand, the earth swallowed them. You in your mercy have led forth the people whom you have redeemed. You have guided them in your strength to your holy habitation. To the people will hear, the people will hear and be afraid. Sorrow will take hold of the inhabitants of Palestine. Then the chiefs of Edom will be dismayed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, will take hold of them. All the inhabitants of Canaan will melt away. Fear and dread will fall on them. By the greatness of your arm, they will be as still as a stone. Till your people pass over, O Lord, to the people pass over, whom you have purchased. You will bring them in and plant them in the mountain of your inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which you have made for your own dwelling, for the sanctuary, O Lord, which your hands have established. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. 19. For the horses of Pharaoh went with his chariots and his horsemen into the sea, And the Lord brought back the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. Then Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took the timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and its rider he has thrown into the sea. So that is a song. It's the same way that if we take our song today from of old, a psalm of old, like a lot of our musicians do today, like Amazing Grace is an old song, and then old song, and then Chris Tomlin came and made a new version of it by saying Amazing Grace. I forgot the name of the song about breaking the chains. Okay, I'm gonna have to get it on our break. I'll figure it out what it is. But anyway, but you get what I'm saying is that so you have to be able to, when God has done something in the past, you have to go back and see it, especially when you feel defeated and deflated. You have to go back and see those past experiences and notice. You can tell when they're going through something because they always go back to the Red Sea as a testimony of how God brought them out and how God can bring them out. So we're going to break here, and then I'll pick it up in the next segment.